I know you've heard the term, are you on the Mahjong train yet? If you're feeling a little left behind, there's a special club here in Austin that can help. Joining us now is the founder and owner of Mahjong Mafia, very fun term, and a friend of the show, Chris Gomez. Chris, good morning.
Good morning.
This is something that you and I had talked about a year ago,
Yep.
and you were kind of just getting started, and my goodness, you have leaned all the way in, my friend.
Yeah, when I was here for the Lunar New Year promotion, we had maybe 40 members max, and now we're just under 200.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's the space of what, 8 months, 9 months, something like that?
Yeah, so this Saturday will be 1 year, but yeah, in a span of about 8 months, it just multiplied and then tripled, and it just continued to grow.
Mahjong multiplied. Okay.
Yeah.
How did Mahjong Mafia start? Why did you want to get into this?
So for a couple of different reasons, I wanted to connect with my Taiwanese heritage, and I grew up around Mahjong. So my mom and the aunties were always playing, but I never learned how to play. So the conversation kind of stemmed with a current member in our group, Amy. We were talking about this really pretty Hello Kitty McDonald's set.
Which is so cool.
It's
enviable.
It is the coolest set that you will see. And so anyway, long story short, I just kind of jokingly said, like, yeah, the two of us don't know how to play. Would you like to, if I started a club, would you join? And she said, absolutely. So it was the same theme as I started to reach out to friends. They're like, yeah, I grew up around it, or I have a set, but I don't know how to play. And I said, well, that's
My
perfect.
mom played it, my grandma played it,
Yeah.
but I don't.
But like our generation just never learned how to play.
All right, let's talk about the styles of Mahjong, because you
Sure.
and I were having a conversation off camera. I couldn't believe how many different countries were mentioned.
Yes.
I have learned a little bit of Mahjong, and from everything that you and I can discern, I am learning American style Mahjong.
Yes, so everything obviously started from Chinese Mahjong. And so there's all these different styles of Mahjong, from Taiwanese to Filipino to American. Chinese is the style that we play.
Okay.
And some of the differences are some subtle differences as far as the number of tiles that you play with. Some of them use jokers, and then some of them don't. So Chinese Mahjong doesn't use jokers. But at the end of the day, you're pretty much forming the same type of winning hand.
Okay.
So I always tell people, if you know one style, you're kind of a step ahead of the curve. You kind of know some of the basic concepts of Mahjong.
Well, and with American Mahjong, just so everybody knows, you actually buy a card every single year.
Yes.
And the winning hands change.
They do.
So I'm interested to hear, in Chinese style Mahjong, is there just like one way to create a winning hand, and that's what you're aiming for each time?
Yeah, that's a very good question. There's multiple ways to form a winning hand, and then in tournament play, there's even more. So there's more scoreable hands, I guess you could say. In the Chinese Mahjong that we play with Hong Kong scoring, we have what's called a 3-point minimum if you want to play with points. But there is a multitude of points or multitude of scoring hands that are available in Chinese Mahjong. And the beauty about our club is we have this cheat sheet, and on the back of it...
Nice and laminated.
nice and laminated.
Uh-huh.
On the back of it shows a multitude of scoring hands. So what often happens during a meetup is someone will call Mahjong, and you'll hear it across the room. You'll have multiple people yelling it out, and they might flag one of us down, and we'll come and like score their hand or tell them like this is what.
And
that
double
means.
check. It's almost like saying bingo. You want someone to double check your work.
Yes, or you can tell them like, oh, sorry, that's not a Mahjong. Like, oops.
Oh no, I know. There's so many rules to learn. I've always been told it's not all that difficult of a concept to understand, but to be good at it takes a lifetime of play.
Yeah, so I always ask people when they come to a meet, if I'm teaching, I ask them if they've ever played poker before, if they just know some basic concepts of poker. Even if they don't, it's easy to learn. Like you said, it'll take a lifetime to maybe master, if you even master it. Some of it is luck of the draw, but it's pretty simple to learn. We have a lot of first-timers that come, and at the end of the meet, they're asking, when is the next one? Like, I'm hooked.
And I'm so proud of you, because you've become the teacher.
I've become
you know
a
what I
teacher.
mean? The student has become the teacher here, which I think is amazing. So no experience required to attend, but talk to me about attending something with Mahjong Mafia.
Sure.
Are there tickets? Do
Yep.
we need to pay ahead of time? That sort of thing.
So the number one thing is it is free and open to the public.
Amazing.
There is no experience required. We will do free RSVP tickets through Eventbrite prior to the meetup, about a week out. And that's just to give us an idea as far as like how many people are going to come. we typically know how much the space is going to carry, but we like to get a good heads up as far as like how many are going to attend. So if you come to a Mahjong meetup, we'll post about it, and we'll basically welcome you to that inner circle from the very first time that you come. You'll get a branded name tag. So when you come to yours, we will have your name tag ready for you, Rosie.
Rosie, I love it so much. Thank you. And of course, you said you're celebrating your 1 year. That's coming up on 10/4, so that's this coming
Saturday.
Oh, wow. It is not too far away. Food specials coming up during the celebration.
Yeah, so I've reached out to the 2 food trucks, Obsidian and Taki Karia, and basically asked them if they wanted to create or curate like a special menu for a birthday, and they said absolutely. So Obsidian's going to have a Cantonese-inspired pizza, and then they're going to have a Thai curry wings. So this is basically going to be their debut of wings. They're going to start offering wings pretty soon. And then the Takikara is going to do a birria ramen for us.
A birria ramen.
It is fabulous.
I hear it's like all the rage. Okay, and I do want to mention the pop-up that y'all are doing at Lao Lao, because we've just had Hannah on the show.
Yes.
Of course, you suggested her to us, and I'm so glad that you did. She is just over in Hyde Park, little coffee shop, and it's supposed to be absolutely precious.
Yes.
So just real quickly, 10 seconds or less.
Yeah, so November 15th during the East Austin Studio Tour, it's going to be an open play, so anyone can come. So from 11 to 6, we're going to have all of Lao Lao, aka the Mahjong Mafia headquarters, converted over as the Mahjong Lounge. So people can come and learn and come and play November 15th.
Okay, I've got to stop by because I want to learn this style.
Absolutely.
Sounds good to me, Chris.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you. For more information on Mahjong Mafia, check them out on Instagram at Mahjong Mafia 8TX or visit their Linktree webpage.